Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Allie 108. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Today we are looking at a celebrity reading, and I'm sure if you have clicked on this video, you do know who it is. None other than the rapper, musician, singer, multi-talented woman, underdog, Grammy winner, Doechii. So I really love this woman, this performer, this musician, this multi-talented, just super talented woman who has come on the scene and recently won a Grammy. And I've just got her songs, Denial is a River and Anxiety on repeat. And you're hearing this song everywhere and seeing the dances everywhere on TikTok, and just like, she's super big right now, and I just find it super wonderful that a person like this can be so famous, as I understand that she just a few years ago she had a dead end job that she was working, and she made a little video on the internet stating that she wanted to just go out and try out for music, and get into music and creating. And yeah, so I'm really interested to see where things will go for her in the future. I'm sure many of you are, that's why you clicked on this video. But what I do with the celebrity tarot readings is I look at the past of the person in the first line, the present of the person in the second line, and the future of the person in the third line. We also look at past lives and past life connections and the reason why this person has come here and come in the spotlight in this lifetime that they're in. I do use these karma cards, and as well, I am a psychic, I am a medium, and I do get messages from spirit, messages from angels and guides around people, and I do pick up on things and pick up on secret things um, for people. So yeah, today I am using this super tiger deck tarot, El Dios y lo Tres, and I feel it's a little bit like Doechii energy, kind of loud, vibrant in a way, just like full of creativity and expression and fearlessness. And then we've got the Finding Inner Peace card that we're going to use in the beginning of each line, as well as the karma cards. So without further ado, let's begin and let's ask. So I do want to say, first of all, that when we are looking in the readings on celebrities, we're not looking to be exactly biographical. It's not a biography. We can read so much about the person in the Wikipedia and, everywhere, but that's not what we're looking to do. We're not trying to look at like all the details of the things that have happened in their life, but sometimes those things do come up, but we're looking at especially the emotions and the things that influence the person. And yes, we will look at why we will look at things in her life that have made her become who she is, and we are going to look at potential future things that we may see her doing in the future. But yeah, we're also going to look at her emotions and how she feels about all those things and about relationships and etc., etc., etc. So let's go. Yeah, so let's take one significator card now. I feel it's this one. Ooh, for the past. I am blooming. I am full of authenticity because I bloom exactly the way I was always meant to. Ooh, look at this. Rainbow. Rainbow is there as well, and I get this message now. I do know that Doechii herself, she has professed it to being bisexual, so I do feel like there is, and I do get messages about like connections with women romantically, or feelings for both women and men romantically coming up, I feel, since a very young age for her. So I want, and now I really love this card because I am blooming. Like, I get this feeling from this card. It's like Doechii, she's always had this sense about herself, even from when she was young, from when she was a child, like, I am a creator, I'm a creative person, like, I'm sent to this planet to be creative and to inspire others with my creativity and to do something big and original. And I feel like she's always had this energy around her. And I feel, and I get this message like when she was young and when she was a child, so we are doing her past, which can include her childhood in this first line. I get this message like people didn't always understand her. People didn't always understand like her motives and like what she's doing, and they didn't understand her art all the time. But I get this feeling like there were others who really celebrated her and really saw her talent. And in particular, I'm seeing potentially like um, teachers who really supported her creativity. And by the way, I see getting a vision of dancing, like dancing being a big thing that she must have done when she was young, because I see like dance teachers or like people celebrating her for her dancing ability and just like really enjoying it. And I see crowds of people just like clapping for her in a small time kind of way, not like now because we're looking at her past, but I see like in school events or community events, like she could have been a wonderful dancer and people would have really celebrated her for that. I get this like star pupil energy, like her dance teacher or her teachers could have been like, wow, she's number one, like we're going to put her on stage, we're going to put her at the centerpiece of everything. Yeah, so part of what I do with the karma cards is I try to look in the past life of the person. Now, I do normally take two for the first line because one is like a significator and then one is like past life connection. So I just want to see, okay, Neptune energy. So it is spiritual, mental, physical level. So spiritual, the idealization, spiritual level. Mental, confusion regarding physical, sacrifice. And Neptune energy. Neptune is always like wishful thinking and wanting things to happen. So I feel like Doechii, when she was young, I feel like she was super talented from a young age with dancing, even singing, and other kind of performing. Could be like acting, even like maybe stage acting or just like very theatrical. Um, I see her being like uh, doing like trying to push forward for that, and even still wondering like, is this my path? Am I meant to be an entertainer? Am I meant to do this? Because with the idealization on the spiritual plane, I get this energy like she was thinking, okay, like she was downplaying herself, like, okay, like, yeah, I'm good at this stuff, but maybe it's not really practical. Maybe it's not really good to go into that industry or go into that sphere. Maybe I should try for something else. Maybe I should go in a different way. Or this energy of like self doubt. Um, with the physical plane, I get this feeling like she had to do a lot of training in her young age. Like she had to do a lot of training maybe for dance or um for her arts and things. And I get this feeling as well like she trained hard in those things in the arts, but I also feel like she was potentially like a good student in school, or like she was someone who got good grades and good marks. Um, I'm just seeing her like wanting to be an all around star, like an all around star student in her school days, in her school years. With the Neptune, with the Neptune energy, it's also that energy of like intelligence and wanting deeper knowledge, but also exploring oneself. It's this energy of like philosophy. Like I feel her like she had a lot of ideas about like different paths that she could go on in her life. Yeah. So we're now looking with this card at the past life of Doechii before this life, because yes, reincarnation. Um, with that, I Okay, let's see what's uncovered. Oh, the sixth house. Wow, the sixth house. It's that sorry, Virgo energy. Virgo energy. Practicality. Spiritual, mental, physical. Spiritual, service to others. Mental, what is good for us. And physical, your work. Yeah, it seems like in her past life, she was a person who, I feel her in her past like she was a person who was kind of a leader, like a very compassionate person. Like she could have been some kind of community or religious leader or like someone who I get a vision of an old woman, okay? Um, an old woman who was very much caring about her community and I feel like in her past life, she lived a very full life. She lived a long life till like 90 years old, maybe, or definitely 80 plus. But I get this image of her being like a grandma who just really loved her grandkids and really loved her kids and who was like very caring and married, I feel, to a man who was a community leader as well. Could have been uh, like a church leader, a religious leader, or someone who was very much into helping the community and supporting the community. And I feel like her and her husband, they were very fair. They were very fair people and they were very dedicated to loving others and helping others. And I feel like there is an element of maybe like Christian here, like charity and like really wanting to live life in love um, for others and service to others and service to God because I am seeing this like big kind of Christian connection in her past life. Like she could have been a preacher's wife or something like that, or just like I feel this energy of like very simple people but very practical and like we have to do what's right and but I get this energy as well. Like she lived a very full life, like full in her heart, like heart healthy, like satisfied, emotionally satisfied. But at the same time, I feel like as a young girl in her past life, she was someone who was very talented as well with dancing, with music. Um, and then it's like I feel like she gave that up for this work like I feel like she gave that up with marriage. We do know that in the past, women they often had to submit or like give up their own projects when they got married because they had to take care of the home and take care of other things. But I feel like in her marriage and in her life beyond marriage, she had a fulfilling life, but she felt like she was missing. Um, she missed that opportunity to do the real art and that kind of thing regarding freedom for herself. So it's interesting. It's interesting to look into the past life in that way. Yeah. So let's now take our tarot and ask a few more questions about Doechii's younger years and past before this present moment. We are in end of April 2025. We know that she's recently won the Grammy for her alligator bites. But yeah, let's just see what comes up for her past. Strength. Ooh. Ooh. Love it. The star. Hmm. Seven of Pentacles. Shuffle. Two more. Okay. Knave of Pentacles. It's kind of like Page of Pentacles, but Knave is like a male page. What else? Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So with all this Pentacles energy coming up here, and the star, and the Strength card, it's like I'm seeing that I feel like she always had these kind of dreams that she needs to do something bigger than herself. And what we saw already is I feel like she kind of downplayed her talent or downplayed herself for the sake of thinking that she needs to do something else, thinking that she needs to do something more practical or needs to do something more typical. But with that, she was really like downplaying herself because I feel with the strength card here, like this is like her on the lion, you know, like she's a lioness. She's with the skull here, with the like actually this is a kind of avatar of one of one of the Indian gods. Kind of mixed, but it's that energy like I've got the power. Like I've always got that power inside of me. I've got that strength inside of me. And with the stepping on the ghosts here and everything, it's like I can do more than others actually. I can do more than other people. I can do things that other people can't. I've got talents that other people don't have. I've got secret gifts and secret like boons from the stars, from the gods, from the planets, from the divinity on me. Um, and she's always known it. And I feel like actually, I get this message that other people in her life have also always known it. They've always known that she's a talent. I feel particularly about people in her family and extended family, like her mother could be her father, and extended family. I'm seeing particularly male, could be like a friend of her father or some colleague of her father's. I feel particularly like her father always believed in her very, very much, and always encouraged and pushed her in her arts, in her art career. And there's this energy coming through, like about people when she was young, just complimenting her so much on her talents and on her gifts, and always being like, "Wow, you've got it, girl. You can do this." You know, I feel also I get this message about her mother just really looking at her and saying, inside herself, her mother just saying to herself, like, "Wow, my daughter is something special, like a God-given gift, God-given talents she has inside of her." With the star card in reverse here, I get this message about like Doechii always. So first of all, not only is she blessed, she's blessed with these abilities that she has, but also I feel her like she had a wish. She had a wish inside herself that when she was young, especially, I feel like people would ask her, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "Oh, I want to be a singer. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a dancer. I want to be this and that." Like, and people would say, like, actually, you have talent. You could do it. And I get this energy around her, like she's truly blessed in this sphere. With the Seven of Pentacles, so it's all Pentacles coming up here. I get this energy like with the Seven of Pentacles, especially, it's this energy kind of like I feel like she's the snake, spiraling around this star structure here, and then there are all these beetles around it, and I get this feeling like she's had distractions. She's had distractions in her past, like in her life, from that music career. But it's kind of like distractions, but it's also just kind of like destiny. We have too much sun coming here, don't we? Let me see. Okay, that's a little better. So it's kind of like distractions, but it's also kind of like destiny. Like I get the words biding my time, just like a snake slithering around with all these different little things, with all these different little people who are unimportant to my path. I mean, you can't say that anything is truly unimportant, but who are just kind of like sidelines, side characters to my path. And I'm just like the snake slithering around those things and kind of bouncing around these people, or like different jobs, or like different workplaces, or like even different partners. And it's that energy of like Seven of Pentacles. So it's kind of like, I need to just make a little money how I can right now. I need to just support myself how I can right now. And then, what happened? We know what happened is that she lost her job, and then she was like, I'm just going to go apply with a record company or with a music production company I have nothing to lose. So yeah, she finally got on her correct path and, stopped doubting and stopped like biding her time, and stopped wasting her time really with that. And with Knave of Pentacles, yeah, I mean, we do know that she's been out in the music world for a couple of years now. So it is that energy like her money has been building. Um, I feel like we're coming closer to the present with these two cards. So we're looking at her past, but these two cards are coming closer to the present moment, which is like she's been building her money, um, and building her image as well, and building her reputation in the music industry, in the music sphere. With the Three of Pentacles, it's always that energy of like the money is building, the money is growing. And look at this, the tiger. She's a tigress, She's a tigress, she's a lioness. With the Three of Pentacles, it's like she's found her strengths. She's found her niche. And I see right now her continuing to grow more and more and continuing to just be like more and more of a lioness, more and more of a tigress coming out. I think we're going to see it for sure very strongly. So let's take the cards for the second line, which is the present moment. How is Doechii feeling right now? What's going on with her? What is she working on? And how does she feel about that whole Grammy win? Focusing is key. I can handle setbacks and use them to grow. Focusing helps me to achieve everything I desire. Oh, wow. I have a feeling that she's in creation mode right now. Just look at this, like beautiful, beautiful dark woman, with this third eye energy, it's about vision, it's about internal vision, it's about manifesting that vision. I feel like from this light coming down, I feel like Doechii, she is someone, she may even get ideas for her music and for her artistry like in dreams. And I feel her like the creation that she does, the music that she makes, the originality that she puts out there is like it's spiritual for her. It's like a spiritual practice for her, I feel. Writing, creating, making beats, choreography, creation, like music videos and all this. Like I feel like her creativity is at this moment it's limitless. And she's going to do so much more with all of that, I feel strongly from this card there's a big like writer energy. Like I feel like she may be all the time like writing new material, experimenting with things. I feel her being very absorbed in that, like it's her whole life. It's like her vocation, it's the thing that she's absorbed in for her whole life. So what else we need to know? Spiritual, mental, physical. Spiritual, cherish. Mental, enjoy. Physical, charm, art, and beauty are the way to. Venus energy. What more can I say? She is living her best life. She's living her best life, and I feel like with that Venus energy, she's enjoying money as well, by the way, right now. She's enjoying all the riches that she's acquired recently, and I see her also like figuring out and deciding where am I going to put my money? Where am I going to spend all these new riches that I have coming to me? And I see something about clothing, especially for her. I feel her really loving beautiful clothes and looking good. And there's something about a car coming up as well. So car, house, furniture. I feel her like she's going to want to have her own particular style. But I feel her also being very kind of like homely in a way. I feel her as someone who is like, yes, I like the luxy things in life. I like the luxurious things in life, but I like some kind of simplicity as well. I I see her as someone who is like, I don't know why grandma is coming up. The word grandma, or like some kind of like grandma decor, but I get this energy where it's like I like the things that remind me of home. I like the things that remind me of the warmth of my mother, the warmth of my grandmother. Even though I'm doing so well now, I'm living the high life, I I still have some like mementos around my home, around my house, things that remind me of my mom, my grandma, Grammy, my mom, like that. Um, so I feel her like even still, she has this kind of down home girl energy. Like I'm so big, but I'm really just that same little girl that I always was, who dreamed of being here. And I get an energy around her, really loving kids as well. I get this energy of her being like a good auntie or um, like a good auntie, really. Like I feel like she loves kids actually, and she really appreciates them and appreciates their simplicity and likes to laugh. I see her as someone who likes to laugh. She likes to she likes to have a good time with people that she loves and cares about. Okay, let's take our cards now. So the Hierophant. Yeah, for sure. She's got the whole world looking up to her right now. It's kind of interesting. This Hierophant is like the monkey is like a symbol of devotees and like followers. She's got a lot of people following her and what she's doing right now. But with the triangle, with the eye and the triangle here now, I feel like it's not only that she's got little people watching her, she's got big people watching her. And I get this message like, if you know what I mean by big people, it's like people at the top of the 1%, like very, very rich people. I get a message about like producers and music companies and generally celebrities. And also, by the way, the energies that are behind celebrities, you know what I mean? That Illuminati kind of energy. I feel like those really big people, big powerful people are watching her, watching what she's doing, watching what she's going to do next, watching what she's going to put out next. I feel this energy like her life is not going to be simple again. It's not going to be simple anymore. She's going to be like, I feel very, very, I feel she's gotten really rich recently with a diamond, but there's a certain way that you have to protect those riches and you have to be in a certain group of people. Otherwise, you can't get to where you want to be. Let's face it, in show business, it's the reality. There's this ancient pharaoh Egyptian energy here coming up, and it's like, yeah, the whole world is watching her. Whether you're a simple person watching some TikToks on your smartphone, or you are a guy sitting in your black hooded robe in your dark office, watching on your screens to see all the new talent to join your underworld order. Okay, I don't want to scare you guys, but from this card I get the energy like there's a lot of people watching her right now. Okay, next, um, King of Wands. What else? Seven of Swords. Five of Swords. Two of Swords. What else? One more. Queen of Wands. It's interesting how everything is in reverse, except for this card. It's interesting how everything is in reverse except for this card. Okay. Guys, what I'm being told here is that in order for her, oh wait, Seven of Swords is upright. Seven of Swords is upright. But what I'm being told here is that for her to get to where she wants to be, I feel like, so we're talking about the present moment now. For her to get higher and higher to where she can be like superstar and just keep that fame and keep it going, be like a real like top rapper, R&B hip hop female musician, like I feel like there are certain contracts that she's going to have to sign, certain things that she's going to have to do, certain people she's going to have to meet with, where I feel like not everything is always going to be to her liking. She's going to have to feel some sacrifice. I'm going to have to feel like, okay, I have to bend. And I feel like sometimes it can also be this energy of like, I have to bend my morals around certain things. And I don't feel good about it, but I know that I'm like, people tell me, and I know it, that I'm a talent and I can't waste this talent. And this lifetime I gotta do these things for myself. But even still, I get this energy of her like being a really like down home girl. Like I always remember where I came from, and I always remember the energy of my family and the morals that I was raised with. Yeah, so with that, like I see her. What do we have? King of Wands, and then Queen of Wands here, and then all in between it's like swords. So I feel her where it's like her creative process is going on all the time, and I feel her like she's constantly creating new things. I feel like later this year we're going to see some really big new songs from her, big new music videos as well. I feel music videos as being something particularly important for her right now. Like she's going to be putting out some really original new music or music videos coming up. I see her actually, I'm getting a vision of her like working on this right now. And by the way, she could also do something which is like an extra long music video, or it's like a short film. And I feel her also like, I feel like she could potentially be getting a modeling campaign. You know that some companies, some fashion companies, they do sometimes like short films or like advertisements for their company with celebrities. So I don't know. I feel like Doechii, she's going to be on the cover of some kind of fashion magazine, like Vogue, it could be, or something like this. Um, and she could be also working with fashion companies, some kind of fashion company to promote. Like it's kind of like a collaboration. They work together and they both promote each other. So yeah. With the swords energy coming up here, so we've got Seven of Swords, and I get this energy here where it's like I feel her like she really wants to be super, super top of her game. I feel her like she's got these ideas like, and I see her also working with agents or producers who are coaching her like how to do this, how to do that, how we're gonna make you super rich, but how we're gonna all get super rich together. And I feel her like she's a person who she has choice of who she hires to work with her. Um, I feel like she has a clear vision of who she wants to work with and when she wants to work with. Like she is a creative genius, and if, for example, she's working on a music video and someone she's collaborating with doesn't do something to her liking, I feel like she she may be a person who is like to replace that person. I feel like she's someone, she wants exactly the right people to work to her vision, and she doesn't want to bend so much to anyone else's vision. And I get the feeling also like she's super comfortable with herself. With the Five of Swords here in reverse, there is this energy like, okay, I don't like everything that's going on here. And also, I feel like, for whatever reason, it's like hard for her to have relationships, like real relationships in her life. I get this energy of like, I don't know who to trust. With the Two of Swords here as well, I get from the Two of Swords, I get a message about her calling her mom or calling her family, close family members back at home, and confiding in them and being like, okay, I don't know who else to talk to, because I get this energy from Five of Swords like she's meeting a lot of people who are two-faced or who she feels like she can't trust, and yeah, with Two of Swords, it's kind of like, okay, I need to turn back to my roots, turn back to my home. Like I can trust my mom, basically, is like what's coming up. My mom or my father or like a few other people like back home. I get this energy of like her still keeping close ties like that. And with the Queen of Wands here, I do feel like yes, she is a Queen of Wands herself. Like she's a queen of actions and direction. I get this energy of her like being a director, like wanting to potentially have more of a say in her own. I feel it strongly about music videos actually, but more of a say in her own like choreography and stuff. But I feel her like she will always hire the right people who like project her vision and the vision that she wants with her art and with her work. And I see people that work with her just being like, wow, she's a genius. I've, from that experience working with her, I've taken so much away from that. I've learned so much from working with her, and I just get this visionary energy. So now we are going to look at the future of Doechii. I mean, I think that's what we've all come for today, isn't it? What's going to happen with her future? What is she going to do next, or in the next few years, or even going on to the end of her life? Yeah. So, energy protection. I have the power to protect my energy and maintain a positive attitude. No one can destroy my inner peace. Wow, you see how these two cards have this kind of same flower mandala on them, but it's a dream catcher. And if you know about dream catchers, it's all about protecting from bad dreams. You put it above your bed, and there's a spider bead in the middle, and it protects you from bad dreams. So let's see, what's the further message about this card, energy protection? Ooh, Saturn. Okay, so spiritual, mental, physical. Spiritual, the maturity that brings. Mental, caution regarding. Physical, limits imposed. Interesting. So Saturn, we know, is all about. Saturn is a planet which is all about like career, wisdom, as well as making money, as well as lawyers and cold hard energy in a way. It's also can be about vehicles, cars, as well as technology in many ways. So Saturn is a lot of different things, but I feel it particularly is talking about her career and her money in a way. And so with the maturity and caution and limits going on, I feel her like growing into herself as a big celebrity and realizing the stance that she has to take to protect herself against the this hierophant energy going on here with all this underworld kind of stuff. I feel is in the world of Hollywood, and you know, I feel like these celebrities, like herself included, they go through a lot in their personal life. They go through a lot in their creative life, in their career life, and I feel her also like since she is becoming a big celebrity, she needs protection. She needs protection around her. She is going to be there's paparazzi, there's people who, you know, stalkers, there's all sorts of weird people around, but I feel her in the future. It can be even in the near future, finding ways to protect herself physically. And also, I feel her wanting to protect her private life as well. So I feel like she could potentially be hiring some people to protect her information. And by the way, I am seeing something which is like there could be people trying to steal her ideas. So I feel like her ideas, she's keeping them very much on lockdown. She's going to continue to keep them very much on lockdown. I feel like we could potentially see some kind of scandal coming out where someone like steals her song or steals her idea. I feel like she is very iconic, and that's why she could be working with a fashion company, but she's very iconic. She's very original. And I feel like her ideas or her something about her style or something that she might do in like one of her music videos or in an outfit she might wear in public, I feel like she could be a fashion trendsetter, you know? You know what I mean? Like the celebrity, top celebrity wears one thing and then suddenly everybody's like, oh, I have to wear that. You know, like Billie Eilish, like, oh, she's got her hair done with the roots blue color and the rest of it is black, you know? And then all the girls, all the young women are like, and guys, everybody starts getting this hairstyle, you know, and they call it the Billie Eilish hairstyle. So I feel like there can be something like that with Doechii. She might be like a real fashion trendsetter. Yeah, but I feel her really maturing and growing up a lot in Hollywood in the in the industry. Because I feel like right now, if you watch her Grammy speech, like she was so genuine, she was so open, so honest, and I feel like that tendency, she may feel like she has to downplay that a little bit in the future because of the Hollywood mood. People are not so genuine, in all honesty. So let's see what comes up in the cards. Eight of Cups. Interesting. So when we have Five of Swords come up with the keyhole in the heart, it shows to me like something is missing in her heart. And then with the key here, Eight of Cups, when these two cards come up together, this Eight of Cups, it's like the key has been found for that missing hole in the heart. So I feel like now I'm not honestly, guys, I'm not sure if she's in a relationship right now or not. But what I'm being shown here is like I feel like there could be an important partnership or relationship coming into her life, and I'm telling you guys, I feel like it could be with another female. When I was looking at her picture, meditating and just meditating on her in general, you know, in my mind, picturing her, I did get this message like I feel like she will be in a prominent relationship with another female in her life. I feel like it will be something which is open and known to the public. Like they could be on red carpet together, that kind of energy, and people are going to talk about like this is who Doechii is dating. So honestly, guys, I don't know about her personal life right now, but I feel like that could be a reality for her in the future. The Sun. There's also a Lover's energy. So I feel like not only that partnership will be making her very fulfilled and happy, but I see her in her creative life, in her musician life, doing some kind of collaborations with other artists and it being very successful for her. Particularly, I see about male artists or male rappers, maybe, or maybe male singers, where she's rapping and the man is singing. I see some kind of collaboration, especially with men in music, doing duets together, something like that. Nine of Wands. What else? Knight of Cups. The Fool. What else? One more. Five of Pentacles. Oh. I want to know more about that Five of Pentacles. Can we just... Ten of Swords. Ooh. I'm not sure how clearly you see this. Too much sun here. Should I put this here? It's interesting. So, with this Nine of Wands and Knight of Cups here, there is this energy about her. So I'm seeing here with these three figures, you see they're looking all in the same direction toward this Five of Pentacles. And guys, I don't know. I feel like she's gonna make a mistake about something. Um, like I definitely feel like she's gonna continue on with her Big Ten career. She's gonna have many more hit songs coming out. I think I need more information really with this Five of Pentacles. We have Ten of Swords. So what should I use here? We've got Mandala Oracle. Okay, I want to ask these oracles. Yes, I want to ask finding inner peace oracles. What is this Five of Pentacles all about? Because five is often about loss or something being diminished, and it's pentacles, so it's about money here. It's about success. So I want to know, what's going on with that Five of Pentacles. Transformation. Parts of my transformation might be uncomfortable, but I have power to go through this. I want to ask, is it that she's going to be losing some success, or what is it that's going to happen for her? Being gentle with myself. I see. I'm gentle with myself and I make happiness in my life a priority. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, with Ten of Swords as well. Now it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. So I feel like um she is going to she's going to be more successful, of course. She's going to put out more songs. See Nine of Wands here. She's going to have many more hit songs, hit videos. She's going to appear everywhere, I feel. She's going to be on talk shows. She's going to be on like Good Morning America. She's going to be on whatever the TV shows are these days. Drew Barrymore, I don't know. She's going to be on all sorts of, she's going to be everywhere. With Knight of Cups, I do feel like though she is going to be making that move toward saying like, I'm getting burnout. I'm getting burnout, or I'm tired, or I really just like want to be with my family now, and I want to keep creating. Of course I have to create. Like, I'm a creator. That's what I do. I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a rapper, I'm a dancer. But with the Fool here, it's like, okay, I'm going to try something, and that thing is just to take a break for a while. Mm, I don't know. I don't know exactly if it will be in the next year, but I do feel like at some point she is going to say like, I need to take a break. I need to sit back a bit on the sideline and just take care of myself. And like that, that's why the Five of Pentacles comes up, because it's like, it's not necessarily a loss, but it's kind of like, I feel like she will come to a point where she's not making as much money or not producing as much art or music as she is right now. So, and I feel like that is because that whole energy of being gentle with myself, like transformation, like I feel like in her heart, she's always going to be that little girl, who really valued the connection with her family and everything. And I feel like she values connection with family and that love that she has with them. With Ten of Swords, that was the first one that came up. Like, why Five of Pentacles? Why is she losing money or something? Well, because Ten of Swords, because she's got too much in her mind. Like, she's feeling something is not true for her anymore. And with the transformation and being gentle with myself, it became clear, like, making her own happiness a priority rather than just like working like a horse all the time. So I feel like she's in a period right now, and that period will last for probably like at least a good few years more, um, where she's like really creating, really inspired. And I feel her with this card here, like she still has a lot to say. She still has a lot of music left in her. She still has a lot of creativity left within her. But I do feel like, at some point she's eventually gonna say like, okay, I gotta be gentle with myself. I've gotten all that I need. My songs are out there. I'm still making money off of them. And I don't need to become a billionaire. No. I have what I need. I have everything that I need. All that I really wanted was to share my music with the world, was to share my creativity with the world, was to share the things that I that I love with the world. So yeah, it's that energy like that. So friends, we've talked long enough. If you like this reading today, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and my PayPal link is down below for any donations. They do help keep the channel alive, and I greatly appreciate it. As well, I want to say that I would really love to hear from you guys. Any suggestions for future readings, future celebrity readings, or world event readings? I do take suggestions and recommendations seriously. You know, I do listen to you guys. I have done viewer requests before, and I will continue to do them. So, love to hear from y'all. And until next time, stay in love, stay in the light, and no anxiety. Bye.